That's stupid. The Bible even talks about that. Don't go that way. They lay their beds. They want you to, they entice you and seduce you to come that way, and it tells you not to. So from a man's standpoint, that's where I say that's where the onus is. It's not smart to allow your carnal fleshy self to then fulfill its own desire. That's not smart. What is smart, spiritually smart, is to conquer those desires and die to yourself daily. And then guess what God will do? He will reward you. That wife that you want, he'll he'll fashion all that for you. That's how I see it.
That's what's up. What are you trying to say, Brandon?
Wait, what? Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I wanted to go back to the advice thing, and then I know we got an end 11. I also have to go big, so I got to work in the morning. That to me, I think I just have a different definition of accountability, because you're throwing out people like Lisa Leslie and all these kind of things which resonate with me as a hooper. When I watch videos, like I'm a trainer, so when I'm watching trainers who are training kids, I'm looking for advice. But Tyler Ralph and Dwayne Wade, they can't hold me accountable to teach my kids these things. So, can people give me advice? Sure. Do I watch podcasts for advice? Sure. Do I even go to church for advice? Sure. But holding me actually accountable to do the things that you're telling me to do, they can't hold me accountable because they're not near me. Can they give me advice? Absolutely. But Lisa Leslie isn't texting me saying, "Hey, did you do that drill that I showed on Instagram that 1 million people watched?" Well, you don't know who I am. So I think that maybe our definitions are just different. I agree that there are a lot of people who do search for advice. Who holds them accountable to actually follow through with that advice, I think, are going to be the people that are around you. Now, do I agree with you that I think people tend to choose people that are around them that are similar? I could agree with that. I think it takes a choice to choose people who will not do that. But I still think that doesn't change the conversation about advice versus accountability. That's all I wanted to end with.
Cool. Hey, what I was saying was that you could hold Lisa Leslie accountable, not necessarily you could definitely type in the comment section your opinion and your thoughts, is what I'm saying. Will she read them? I don't know. I mean, she's on a grander scale. She may listen to somebody else, possibly, right? But that doesn't mean that you as an individual cannot say something to her, is what I'm trying to say. And so that's what's going on currently in the generation, is that people are saying, nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody can tell me that I'm doing something wrong unless it's inside their circle. And I'm saying your circle is not always the best for you, as we can see in the modern age. It takes a strong sense of maturity to decide who is going to be in your inner circle. We see that with the disciples. Jesus chose a certain few to be in his inner circle, right? So what I'm saying is that you can still hold people accountable. And if we keep looking at it as you can only hold me accountable if you can reach me, then I think that's probably where the destruction is, where we are currently. Because my students don't know me, right? They don't know who I am. But if they see me, it's like, I don't see why you did that. And then I gotta be like, oh, okay, well, let me change what I did, or let me talk to you about what I did. I mean, it just so happens that we close. But if there's a person that trolls all the time, they don't know me. Ain't the right, Dwayne? It's a person that trolls in the chat all the time.
Come on.
So I'm just gonna respond as so fit. And so we can wrap this up, and we can do this next week if y'all open to being on the panel. You know what I'm saying? This has been good. Hopefully y'all have enjoyed yourselves. Kind of like the old days and conversations. We won't have time, but next week we'll have to talk about what's your takeaway. And I ain't get to some of the questions that I wanted to get to. I think one of the questions that I wanted to talk about that we may get to, I think Dwayne kind of started it. What's the difference between blame and accountability? I think he talked about that for a little bit. And who's to blame for? And we talked about it last week. Who's to blame for fatherlessness, right? Who's to blame? And we'll get to that. And who's to blame for the dating market? I'm telling you, it's the women. So you can catch Shan on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And then you can catch Dwayne over there taking photographs, but he's anti-social media. And then Prototype, he's over there on YouTube as well on Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern. At 9 Eastern. And he talks about holding men accountable all day. And he talking to men that he can't touch. You know what I'm saying? He can't see, right? He's trying to make sure that they have a healthy understanding of what's going on. And then you got Joanna. What can they catch you at if you wanted somebody to chop it up with you?
My Instagram. Yeah, Instagram is Joe_AWE_NUH. And then I actually also do photography. So that's _Joe's JOS photography.
That's what's up. What about you, Tyson?
Facebook, Tyson Pradia, PRADIA. And then Instagram, GQ_DNA. GQ_DNA. Next time I come to this, man, it wasn't my internet. Turns out it was the device I was using, So
it's a user error.
Yeah, it was a me error. Appreciate you for holding me accountable, man.
Over here, blaming Spectrum.
Miller Vanilli blamed it on the
I've had bad experiences with them, but yeah, I got this iPad. Y'all super clear. Y'all, I can hear y'all. Yeah, it's
too.
Legit.
That's what's up. Well, it's been dope. I appreciate y'all. If y'all want to come back, I'll hit you on Instagram. It's been real. It's been fun. You can catch me on Humble Dad Podcast, obviously, and then Humble Dad Life, HumbleDad.life. Until next time, we out here. Deuces.
The boy is dangerous.
You don't seem to understand something.
The thing that I like most about being a dad is that I see that I'm about to impact the world.